Hey Earth Angels, welcome into another weekly message here at Ancestral Petals. My name is Gabrielle for anybody new here. For those of you returning, welcome back. And I thank you guys so much for all your love and support. It truly means the world to me. I want to get right on into it, okay? So if any parts of this message resonates with you, drop a comment down below with either a feather or an angel wing so that I know you're connecting here and you're present during this message. I really appreciate that, all right? What I was sensing in my meditation for the next 7 days ahead, okay? This is like a recovery period, okay? Some of y'all have undergone a very, very deep purging. Whether it has been intentional or unintentional, it has happened. And I almost feel this sense of like hungover, kind of jet lagged, a little bit of energy, where you really just need rest. I don't know really how else to say it. You just got to give yourself and really your body time to kind of catch up or reintegrate with what your consciousness has just absorbed or let go of or received from the universe. Some of y'all, the downloads this week might be really, really heavy. So create a comfortable space for yourself to receive that energy and process it in the ways that you need to, okay? Some of y'all, this is a lot of astral energy. So if you're waking up from your sleep exhausted and kind of feeling weighted down or almost like you got hit by a bus almost, it is that subconscious part of your mind just doing a lot of work, okay? Some of y'all have been intentionally starting that process or intentionally engaging with some sort of like rewriting a narrative or rewiring your mind. So I don't know if any of you work with subliminals. That seems to be working for whoever that message is for. So there's just a need to kind of manage the symptoms of that. When you are rewiring your subconscious, it is going to create sometimes a slight dissociation. And so like, just don't freak out about it. Don't worry about it too much. Just make sure that you are, again, resting as much as you can. I feel like the divine is trying to rejuvenate some of y'all. Some of you guys have made it through a really heavy 12th house cycle of energy, which requires a lot of clearing out of karmic energies, okay? So some of y'all might even just feel a little bit lighter in your overall aura. Something isn't like weighing you down as much or clogging up your energy as much, okay? So something has definitely been removed. Okay, removed so you can receive. Yeah, something's been removed so you can receive. And in order to be receptive, you are going to have to find stillness. You are going to have to kind of rest and relax more than you're probably comfortable with. Okay? Give yourself that space to recharge in whatever way feels normal and natural for you, okay? Tell me about this rejuvenation, this healing. What's this energy that I'm picking up on from my Earth Angels divine? Oh, had my deck the wrong way. I'm sorry. Temperance, exactly. Temperance with the 3 of Cups. Yeah. Reconciliation regains favor. One has offended the joy of God. Okay. And the Hangman, exactly. Exactly. You're going to have to give yourself some patience because what you're integrating, or the energy that you're going to start integrating from this point on, again, it's going to be a little heavy, okay? So if it's like you're not as energetic as you used to be, you're not as active or feeling like you want to be as active as you want to be, that's a very normal symptom of having to integrate some higher level energy, okay? Some higher frequencies. So just be patient with yourself. Don't try to push yourself through it, okay? Something that you need to know is making itself known to you. Page of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's okay to kind of... I think I'm talking to maybe my overachievers. We are pulling into Virgo season here soon. Those of y'all that strive for perfection, whether you want to or not, this could be a more of a message for you, to try to be a little bit more laxed with yourself, okay? Your desire for precision is honorable and admirable, but it could cause some unnecessary stress and anxiety in your energy that's going to disrupt you receiving this download. There's a huge download that someone's about to get from the divine, and I feel like it's going to clear up a mess that was made, or it's going to help you understand something that has still been a question mark or a gray area, and it's like you need all your energy to be able to process this information, this knowledge that the divine is bringing down for you, okay? So discern what is really a got to do, need to do in this moment, and what can maybe be pushed to next week or a time where you have a little bit more energy, okay? So lighten your load. Yeah, lighten your load here, Earth Angels, just a little bit this week. Yeah, 2 of Wands, love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. Yeah, so that you can use the energy that the divine is bringing you in this week for what it's intended for, and it doesn't necessarily get misused for things that you might be overthinking about or trying to push yourself through or trying to figure out. Like, maybe that's it. Some of you guys have been trying to focus your energy in one direction, and the divine is trying to reorient you to another thing to focus on that seems to be more important to the divine, but it might not hold as much importance to you. Okay, clarify. Yeah, the Hermit. Yeah, there's some sort of alchemy and transformation that has to happen here. That's going to help you spiritually progress. So if you're hearing that call of I need to go within, I need some downtime, I need some alone time, I need to be in solitude, or you find yourself praying more often or talking to the divine more, let that kind of take priority over everything else right now. Okay, what you feel like might, you know, I can't drop that and I can't do this and I really wanted to get, I think that's what it is. Do what you know you have to do, but for some of y'all, what you want to get done might not necessarily be necessary to complete in the right now moment. There's, again, whatever this energetic download, this higher level of awareness the divine is trying to bring you into, takes priority over what you wanted to get done. Do what you need to do and kind of focus that want energy towards this download, towards this shift that a lot of y'all feel called to. You kind of sense it, but you might be fighting surrendering to it. Tell me. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Exactly. I want to do this. I want to get this done. I want to make this happen. Okay. Impulsive. Yeah, some of y'all are going to have to really, maybe that's what you're rewiring the brain around. Impulsivity. Some of y'all are going to find a deeper sense of calm in an environment or in a situation that might normally trigger you. That's for those of y'all, I don't know, somebody maybe works with subliminals here. The Star and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. This week is about finding or recalibrating to your equilibrium, finding balance. Okay. What you, again, want to push yourself through just isn't necessary, or it isn't the best use of your energy this week, especially with the cosmic climate right now. Okay? Do what you can. Do what you must. Okay? But anything outside of that can wait for another time. The world, yeah. You're tempering the world energy right now. Those of y'all that are connected to the earth, like deeply connected to the earth, I have been sensing that there is a There's some sort of shift that's happening with the earth. And a lot of y'all are starting to feel that. A lot of y'all might be, how can I say it? You would know. I'll leave it there because maybe I'm not supposed to say it. You would know if that message is for you. What you're being called to temper through the earth frequency is, again, what's important here this week. Some of y'all grounding as much as you can. Yeah, I just think meditation, if you don't already practice, I would maybe consider starting. Because I just think that Knight of Wands energy is going to want to make you like jump at every thought that you have. Every time like an energy tries to pull you in one way and pull you in, you want to kind of follow it. But there's a need to resist that, so that you can actually discern, first and foremost, what's your energy, what's someone else's energy, what's the world energy. And in order to do that, you have to kind of delay your reactions to things. Okay? Clarify this, Hangman. The 9 of Swords. Right. Some of y'all, it might be very difficult to sleep lately. Maybe you've been up. Some of y'all, your spirit has been keeping you up around something. And maybe you're kind of putting it in the, oh, I'm just worried about this, and I'm just thinking about that. And it's something deeper than that. I keep hearing the earth. It has something to do with how the earth is changing. Some of y'all might be on a ley line or a grid line that maybe served you and your energy to one point, but now it might be a bit of a disadvantage. So some of y'all might be moving, or you might need to move. Like I said, you're going through a purification. Clarify this Page of Wands. The Sun, exactly. Yeah. And this is all a good thing. So it's kind of like, yeah, restoration of life. Something's being restored. Yeah, they're showing me that grid again. Something's definitely being activated in the Earth's frequency that could also be activating you, which is why you might be finding it hard to sleep, or you just kind of feel up or wired, or it's like your body trying to ground in a frequency or regulate through a frequency shift. Tell me more. What is this frequency? What is this? Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. There's that earth energy again, grounding it in. Yeah, and the dreams. Some of y'all, okay, this is for my dreamers, this particular message. You're gonna have a series of dreams that play off into one another. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that before. If you haven't, this might be your first time with that, where you'll dream about something one night, next night you'll go right back to that space you were in that dream, and it kind of extends itself, and then it happens again another night. Okay, it's very, very important for my dreamers right now for y'all to start, if you haven't already, taking note of the symbolism in your dream, things that stand out to you. Keeping a dream journal could be very significant as well, just writing down everything that happened and then looking into the meaning behind it. Okay, because for somebody here, your subconscious is trying to process something that feels larger than life, because it might actually be. Subconsciously, some of y'all are connected to something that is very, very etheric. So it's almost like you're picking up on something that, oh, maybe there's like a bit of premonition in this. You're picking up on something that might be about to happen. So you need to pay attention, because the dream is detailing what's about to happen. Okay. Some of y'all, it's going to be a repetitive symbol. So maybe the environment isn't the same, but the same thing keeps happening, or you see the same colors, or again, the same object, the same person, or it's a similar situation, just in different environments. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, there's some sort of change and shift that's happening. The Lovers. And I want to, let me say it like that. If this isn't doom and gloom. This isn't doom and gloom. And I'm sorry if it's coming off like that. Like, there's a change that's going to happen in the world. You're going to see something before it happens. It's not scary. It's not a bad thing. It's actually something really good. With the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers out here. It's almost like the divine is giving you a preview of that. Maybe as a sign of hope in some way. Or you play a significant role in whatever this Wheel of Fortune, Lovers energy, sunshine energy is. And maybe that's what the divine is trying to give you instructions around, the role that you're here to play. Or it's almost like what you need to know spiritually so that you can discern in the 3D accurately. Because something maybe on the surface appears one way, but spiritually it's something different. And you need to have that knowledge of what it is in spirit so that you make the right choice, or you discern whatever this is properly, you move in a right way. So you are being prepped and prepared for something, but I get that that could be causing like anxiety or worry or stress, because, thank you, divine, because of the intensity of the energy. But it's actually the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. Okay, so it's a positive thing. I just think the intensity makes you maybe question whether it is a good thing or not, because it feels so intense. Okay. And if you guys are interested in dream interpretations, I do offer that as a service over on the Cusp of Roses store. Okay. As a personal reading service, if you're interested. I'll link it in the description box. Okay, God humiliating the proud. Yeah, spiritual communication, 10 of Wands. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of spiritual communication that's coming towards you this week. And you're going to need to make space to receive it. Like, thank you, divine. Okay, because I'm like, I feel like I'm all over the place with this message, or really kind of cryptic. But I think that's exactly what this is. It is going to be cryptic communication that you're going to have to dedicate time to trying to discern and decipher. Okay. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. Yeah. Like I said, again, it's something that's positive. It's something to be celebrated, but it is something that you're going to have to focus on. You're going to have to dedicate some energy to. Okay. Clarify Temperance with the World. Some of y'all are transmuting a lot for the collective. We thank you for those of y'all that you know you do that. We thank you for doing that for us. The Knight of Pentacles. The Light of Understanding. Yeah. You have you are being given an awareness from a really, really high perspective. And I think the intensity of it is the fact that you might be, I don't want to say the only one up there, but it's like not that many people kind of can understand it. I'm getting this feeling of like seeing something in a dream, getting that kind of download and wanting to like broadcast it out to the world, and, you know, this is what I see, and all of that, where I'm not saying that's not the right thing to do. I'm saying that you're going to have to discern whether that is the right timing. Something about what you're receiving over this week, there's a particular timing around it. So you're going to have to maybe sit with it for longer than you're comfortable with. Okay, not everything that the divine reveals to you is meant to be public knowledge as well. That's a part of being that high priestess energy, knowing what to say and when to say it. Clarify the Hangman with the Nine of Swords. Thank you. The Empress. Yeah. Okay. Fertility and fruitfulness. Exactly. This knowledge is to clear out some sort of doubt that you might be holding. You've got the moon right underneath the sun. I love it. Okay, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, I think the divine is about to make something very abundantly clear for you, and it is a positive thing. It's something that is maybe going to be a big change in your world or in your life. Okay, it's about aligning with maybe a particular path here or purpose, but it's like, as much as you're gonna want to like tell everybody about it and shout it from the rooftop, there's something very, very important about sitting with it in silence, keeping it maybe a little close to the chest until the timing is right. I think sometimes that's the trickiest part about receiving spiritual communication from the universe, having to discern when you should say something and when you shouldn't, when a message is in fact for the collective and when it might be personally just for you. I feel like what the divine is giving you is something that's personal and just for you, so don't project it out onto the collective. It's for you specifically in your path. Okay? And I just heard, and should be cherished and should be held sacred. Okay? This Four of Wands with the moon. Clarify the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords, the Three of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, this divine revelation of what's about to be restored in your life maybe is for you and your life. And I almost want to say it's important for you to just kind of sit in that. And again, maybe not talk to, and I know that's hard. That's hard to say, to not talk to people about it. But this just feels very personal to you, especially for those of you that might do light work, that might be readers as well, or, you know, do something for the collective. Not everything that is a download for you is a download for everyone else. So there's a need to strengthen your discernment around what is a message specifically for you, and then what is something that the divine is giving you to share out with the world. Okay? Yeah, the Knight of Swords, exactly. This healing and this alchemy and this transformation, again, it's very personal. And it's not to say that the world isn't going to also go through that, but there's divine timing around that. And as for some of y'all, this is also about protection. You broadcasting out what the divine is giving you as a download for everybody else, could be putting what the divine is trying to bring into you, what the divine is trying to restore in your life, at jeopardy. Could be putting you in position to be attacked when it's not needed and not necessary. Okay? Show me the Knight of Wands with the Lovers. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. Loyalty and allegiance. Exactly. Exactly. There is a need to maybe be, because okay, for whoever this message is for, you kind of know that, but it is maybe difficult to hold all of that good energy in and not share it out with the world. And it's, again, not that you will never share it out with the world, it's just timing. It's almost like with the Empress, pregnancy, you know, sharing that you are pregnant in your first trimester it's, you know, I think that's a midwife's tale, that you want to kind of keep the pregnancy to yourself until you're in that second trimester, because so many women go through complications in that first trimester that announcing it, and then God forbid you lose the baby, or, you know, something goes wrong, you know, it kind of, it just protects you. It ensures that everything is good, everything is healthy, you're seeing it all the way through before it's announced, right? That's kind of what it is. Whatever the divine is seeding in you as far as this knowledge and this awareness is in fact your baby, right? And it will come a time where you can announce it. So maybe this is like a project or something that you might be inspired to do, but it's like, get it done, set up the groundwork, make sure it's full and healthy and able and moving in the direction of full term, before you kind of share it. Like, make sure things are kind of in place, or you at the very least get to soak it up and enjoy it for yourself before it's enjoyed or absorbed by others. Okay, and maybe that is a literal baby for some of y'all, but maybe it's not, right? It's just you're being given something to carry out here, like a secret, like a secret of the universe to carry. And as much as you're going to want to shout it from the rooftops, there's a time to do that. It's almost like the divine wants you to integrate with that frequency so that you can start broadcasting it out naturally through your own energy before you announce something or just kind of speak to it, okay? Yeah, there's something about that. Show me the star with the 10 of Wands. Yeah, the 9 of Wands. Universal medicine, exactly. So it's like the divine is giving you some sort of access to healing maybe, or pulling you through a cycle of energy that the broader collective is going to go through, but they're not going through at this moment. Some of y'all, this could be a part of some sort of shamanistic energy that you carry. You have shaman's blood in you. You might identify as a shaman, but you typically in that shamanic practice, you go through it so that you can guide. You can't guide somebody through something you haven't been through. So what the divine is pulling you through, even as positive and as beautiful as it is something that the greater collective will go through. It's just not right now in this moment. So you need to learn everything you need to learn about what you just went through or what you're going through right now. Again, record it, note the symbolism, dig deep into the hermit of it all, get all that you can from that knowledge, so that once the broader collective starts to be initiated into that energy, you can be that guiding light and that guiding force, okay? So for a lot of y'all that do spirit work or anything kind of in this realm of healing or the spiritual arts, it's almost like your time to be the student right now so that you can be the teacher when it's time to be, okay? So the universe is trying to teach you something, so get into that student mindset so that you can then be the teacher to the communities, the masses, the clients, the people that you work with, okay? Yeah, the 6 of Wands, exactly. Exactly. Divine comfort. Yeah. Again, what is about to happen or what this energy is, it's really positive. It's a good thing. It might even bring this sense of relief, okay? But it's something that the divine is pulling you through personally that you need to kind of protect and hold sacred for right now until it's time to share it with the world. So for those of y'all that even practice alchemy, the divine is trying to teach you some new alchemic processes that you need to pay attention to, study and learn deeply before you offer it out, okay? All right, so show me here, divine. Who's showing up as angelic and ancestral forces for my earth angels this week? And what guidance do they have? The traveler, move in a new direction. Like I said, some of y'all might have to move. Oh, well, you know, that could be it. I've been picking up on this migration energy. There might be, I mean, there's always people migrating, right? But there could be like a big wave of migration that we witness in this lifetime. And you might kind of be feeling that. So yeah, what's this new direction? The Sage. Be devoted and committed. Right. So you are getting instructions. Some of y'all are going to be guided to do something that might feel disruptive to your plans, because that Virgo energy is coming in so strong. It might disrupt the plan that you had. It might disrupt what you wanted to do. But following the instructions of the divine is never going to really lead you astray, right? So you have to be devoted and committed to doing that light work, being in relationship with the divine when the relationship between you and your ego might want to take front seat or be front and center. The relationship between you and your higher self has to lead you right now. Okay? So try not to be too rigid around plans if you've made any. And follow what your spirit is guiding you to do. Yeah, trust the unknown. Exactly. Be graceful in movement and action. What the divine is bringing in for you and bringing you through requires a lot of trust. And the moves that you are going to be guided to take that will be putting you in a new direction, do your very best to be devoted and committed to it with that sense of grace. Like, give yourself grace, because I get that someone just might be a bit frustrated with how the divine is guiding them to move, because it's counterintuitive or it counters the plan of action that they wanted to take. But the divine's plan is a plan for a reason. Yeah. Some of y'all might be guided to do something different than you're used to doing it. I would definitely follow that guidance, because it could be a path to abundance for you. Clarify who else is here. The warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. What else? What other guidance from the angels and ancestors for this message? Unlock the magic within with the magic guardian. That's exactly what the divine is trying to unlock within you, or that's what I think. It's some form of alchemy or knowledge, or it's definitely something ancient and divine that's unlocking in some of y'all that you are gonna have to hold sacred until it's time to share it. Don't be afraid of it either. Yeah, there's no need to fear. Because I get that the unknown part could be scary. Or for some of y'all, if you do a lot of this work in your dream state, the places and spaces the divine might be taking you, or your subconscious is taking you, might be scary, might be intimidating. You might wake up from dreams fearing catastrophe, and it's not that. Yeah, some of y'all need to know that some of your dreams aren't meant to be taken literally. They're way more symbolic. Okay? So don't freak out with what you see. Ask the divine to show you the meaning behind it. Okay? Yeah, broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Yeah, something has broken. I just heard holding you back. Something that was holding you back has broken. So moving in this new direction, you're gonna have to be graceful in that movement, where Okay, thank you, Divine. There could be something that makes you okay. So much coming through. Whatever this broken energy is, you're gonna have to step away from it with a level of maturity, I want to say. That's the grace. That might be surprising and shocking even to yourself, but I think it's something your spirit is urging you to do, and you need to follow that guidance rather than maybe react or do something or move in a way that feeds the ego. Move in a way that reflects your spirit, because the new direction is filled with so much abundance that it's not even worth fighting or tussling with something that's broken, right? Like it's like it broke for a reason. Just move forward with as much grace and understanding of that as possible, because that's how you embrace the energy of peace. Yeah. Responding or moving from a reflection of your ego is not going to bring you peace. Moving as the reflection of your higher self, your spirit, is what will bring you peace. And that could be the challenge for somebody here. Okay. Be devoted and committed. Yeah, be devoted and committed to taking note of intuitive messages. Like I said, some of y'all need to keep a dream journal, or you need to really pay attention to the spiritual communication coming through to you from the universe, from the divine. Take note of it and be devoted to that. Like I said, that takes priority right now. Everything else kind of has to fall a little to the back burner for the now moment. That's not going to be forever, but for right now. The spiritual information the divine is giving you, top priority. And you got to make it a priority. Don't push it off. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, drop your shields. Exactly. Don't be guarded towards the spiritual information that the divine is bringing to you, or the spiritual alchemy and transformation the divine is bringing you through. Okay. Yeah, something about whatever is broken here or whatever has happened might want to make you act from a very guarded and maybe jaded or angry space, and that's the ego trying to protect you. And there's a need to let that energy pass so that you can move again from your highest self, your highest frequency, because that's where your peace is. Okay. And some of you might not know why the direction you thought you were going to move in has suddenly disappeared or broken apart, or you're now being guided in another direction. You might not know that why right now, but you will soon. Okay? Yeah. Because what you might be struggling with is seeing beyond the current situation, which beyond what you might be dealing with, this broken arrow energy, and why you have to embrace the energy of peace. What you don't see is that you're about to enjoy growth and reap some sort of reward. So whatever the divine has broken apart was not meant to be a part of this reward reaping and abundance creating. Okay? Yeah, some of y'all might want to react or do something that reflects how you feel in the now moment, but you need to think past that moment. That's that Knight of Wands energy, okay? Impulsivity. Clarify the Warrior. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. Exactly. Exactly. The information that the divine is trying to bring you is to heal you. And you need to be open and stand strong and be fearless with what that energy and that information is guiding you to do. Because again, I get it. It might go against a plan that you had. You wanted to do it in this way and in this order. And the divine is bringing you through divine order, which might not mirror what you wanted. But you're going to have to let go of what you wanted and allow divine order to play out if you want to embrace the energy of peace and create abundance for yourself. If you're not interested in that, then do what you want to do, okay? Okay, you're a sovereign being. You choose. You have free will. But what the divine is I'm trying to tell you, High Priest, somebody has to be very careful and very mindful of the energy they use and the intention behind that energy in those movements because of what it's going to create. And that also be open to the healing information that the divine is bringing in because they intend for you, my lovely earth angel, to create something that unlocks the magic within you and more than likely other people. So again, like I said, the divine might be pulling you through something because you might be the guide for when other people start to meet that initiation point. Something's being unlocked when you, and you're being given the key because you're probably going to have to unlock it in other people. And that's what takes priority over ego, over wanting to just have it your way, over the uncomfortable or the comfort of the flesh, I want to say, the 3D. Some of y'all are really starting to operate out of your higher self, and that's what this looks like. Okay? All right, so if you have any questions directly for your angels, I'm going to break in this Angel Answers Oracle. Go ahead and ask it. You can ask it out loud or you can ask it quietly to yourself. And I'm just going to do one quick shuffle through to see what cards fly out to give you an answer, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck for a bonus answer as well, okay? So go ahead and ask. All right. Okay. Holy angels, what answer do you have here for my viewer for whatever question they asked? What answer do you have? Okay. We have this situation will improve, reconsider, and at the bottom of the deck, be assertive. Okay. I can't make it up. Reconsider. I'm just applying it to the messages I gave it. Hopefully that answers your question the way it needs to. But how that connects to the greater message, something positive is happening. So you're going to need to reconsider your actions. Make sure they're coming from a higher frequency, your higher self, not your ego. And be assertive in aligning with that higher self action. Okay? Some of y'all got to be assertive around this new direction that you're moving into, and your spirit is guiding you because someone might want you to go in a different direction. But you're not here to appease other people's wants in that way. You're here to follow your spirit and the voice of your soul. Okay? But however this answer was relevant to your personal question, I hope you received it well, and I hope that this message serves you well over the next 7 days. Make sure to let me know what resonated with you in the comments down below. Drop a feather or an angel wing so that I know you were here. Even if you just want to keep that privately to yourself, that's okay. I appreciate you guys so very much for tuning in here, and I will see you next Sunday. Love you lots. Namaste.